Hey, everybody. It's your girl P. Coffee Brown here in the great state of Texas by way of these Houston streets, honey. And today is Thought Filled Thursday, and I want to share something with you that's very basic and simple, but seems to be a struggle for some of us. Stop it. 2 words. Stop it. I had somebody to inbox me for a while now. And of course, I'm not at liberty to divulge the person's information, but they kept connecting to me to get some perspective on the person that they are involved with. And they would email me and say, I've been calling said person, they haven't answered. When they do answer, the conversation is very short, very curt, not really connected. They like to default to texting on a habitual basis and things of that nature. And so the individual went on to say that the person has expressed to them that they're in an exclusive commitment, okay? When the person expressed to me that the person that they're referring to indicated that they were in an exclusive commitment, I asked some more questions. Another question that I asked was, are you the initiator for most, if not all, of the events that you and this person share? They went on to state to me that almost everything that they do with this individual is initiated by them. The phone calls, the like thereof, the text messages, the like thereof, the intimate component of their connection or the like thereof, the events that they go to, anything that they do is one-sided. One-sided. And so I kept thinking and pondering in my brain, how do we even open up ourselves to this or consider this as a relationship? How do we even think that in our mind that this is a healthy relationship? So the person said to me, every single time that they decide they want to walk away from the individual says how much they care about them, how much how much adoration they have for them, how much they love and respect them, and fizz. And then they tend to go to another behavioral pattern temporarily to get the person off their back, and then they default back to their original settings, which I talk about all the time, the default settings of people, how we are one way, and initially we may appear to be some type different way, we may behave a different way to attract certain individuals, things like that, but at the end of the day, we're going to go back to our default settings. But let's get back to the topic. Stop it. Stop it. I told the person, just plain out, stop it. We got off the social media component and had a candid conversation. And I said, stop it. If you're initiating every single thing that happens in this relationship, quote unquote, then that person does not want you. That person truly doesn't have a vested interest in you. They don't want to be connected to you. They don't want to build a bridge to a healthy relationship with you. They don't have any type of commitment to you whatsoever. It's some type of game that the individual's playing with you, and they don't want to release you because they don't want to have to deal with possibly finding someone else to play the game with, or maybe you're investing a lot into that person and they don't want to lose the investments or the assets that you brought to the table. But stop it. Stop it if somebody is not reciprocating in the relationship. There's a law in the universe of reciprocity in any kind of capacity. Whatever you give, you should be on the receiving end as well. If you're dealing with somebody that is take, and they're never giving you something in exchange, then that's not a good investment. It's not a worthy investment. And as an investor, there's no way that I'm going to keep pouring anything into anything or antibody that doesn't give me a healthy return on my investment. It doesn't have to be the same match for match, but it has to be in close proximity. So if you're dealing with somebody and they're not giving you even in close proximity to what you're giving to them, then stop it. Go look in the mirror, reflect, and say to yourself, I am more valuable, I am worth it, I am worthy, and I'm able to attract the right type of individual into my space because I am the right type of individual. We have to release this codependent behavior that some of us have when it comes to relational attachments. If you find yourself codependent on any other human, then you got to get yourself together. There are couches all over America that can assist you with that codependent ministry, okay? That's something you got to let go of. Stop it. If you're the kind of person that you initiate everything relationally, no, ma'am, no, sir. Stop it. That's behavior that is detrimental to you as an individual. You got to value yourself more. You got to appreciate yourself more. You have to love yourself absolutely first before you can love any other human. If you're not loving yourself first, you're not honoring your creator when you do that. If you put somebody before you, you're making them a little quote unquote G God, and they shouldn't be in the place of your creator, your creation. And if your creator is the one that created you in his image and his likeness, let's be honorable to that. And let's treat ourselves as we are supposed to. Take care of you first. Let me tell you, if you ever get on an airplane, I met a lady over the past journey that I had in the Atlanta area. She stated to me, I have never been on a plane. This is my first time getting on a plane. I asked her how young she was. This lady was 36 years old, if I recall correctly, and she'd never been on a plane. She indicated that her entire life she had a fear of getting on planes, and this was her first time taking the journey on a plane anywhere in the world. She said she wanted to open herself up to something new, something more exciting, and something that she's never done before. And maybe that's something that you need to do. And also, when you get on the plane, remember this. You have to put the oxygen mask on you first. They never tell you to save somebody else before you save yourself. So there's no relationship that should be any way that you're not first in. If you're not keeping yourself first, then you're not in a good relationship. And that's not negative for you to keep yourself first. If you keep yourself first, you're able to keep that person in a healthy space. We're supposed to wear everybody as a loose garment. I don't care if you're married, single, whatever. You still have to wear everybody as a loose garment because at some point we all leave this earth. We can't go together. We didn't come together. So you got to learn how to wear people as loose garments so you don't lose yourself when you lose that relationship. Everybody loses when it comes to relationships, either in death, divorce, or something. We're not going to be together forever. We're not going to be together forever. I met somebody that I had one life coaching session with. This lady said to me clearly that this is my first time leaving my spouse, and I've been married for 64 years. 64 years. We had one session, and all she wanted to do was to get an understanding of how she was going to be affected by not having him in the same space, in the same moment, in the same time, and how she was going to be able to cope with that transaction. She said, I know we've been married for 64 years. I know one of us is going to leave this planet. I got to deal with this now. Can you really help me to identify how I'm going to deal with this so I can be okay on the other side of this? And she gave me her definite purpose for why she's doing what she's doing. She wanted to make sure that she was equipped to deal with the fact that she's not going to have him forever. And that was powerful for her to seek out an opportunity to sit down in a coaching session and get some assistance with that. So you guys, listen, stop it. Totally stop it. If you're in a relationship with anybody on this planet and they're not giving you what you're giving them, they're not pouring in what they're taking out, baby, when I tell you, if you keep making withdrawals from a bank account, you're going to go on a negative, and it's never pretty to be in a negative when you don't have any positive money to add to that account, okay? So think about it. Don't be with anybody that's not pouring into you like you're pouring into them. Doesn't have to be match for match, doesn't have to be dollar for dollar, dime for dime, but it's got to be close enough for you to see a return on your investment. If they're not putting it in, they don't need to be getting it out. Okay, no get out ministries without the put in ministries. Amen. So, anywho, you guys, just wanted to connect with you guys. Just wanted to highlight y'all for Thought Filled Thursday. The show is coming back in 2020, January 2020. We'll be sharing dates and times. It will not be on Tuesdays anymore. We're not going to be able to do it on Tuesdays, but we will be connecting with you real soon, sharing dates and times for the Hot Seat 2020. Season 2 is upon us, and we're super excited. Hey, have a great balance of the evening, and remember, you have to put you first. And then you can add value to somebody else. So stop it.